Mike Evans just punched a guy, and now the benches have cleared.
One win away, and Trey Lance is being carted off in his home opener in 2022.
Flacco over the middle, it's caught! Touchdown! Garrett Wilson!
Hey, thanks for tapping in. We had an interesting week 2 in the NFL. We got 5 top stories we want to cover. We will be bringing in Bud Butts to get his reaction to NFL Sunday and everything that transpired. Stay tapped in, stay tuned in. We certainly appreciate you, and we'll be right back with you. Hey, thanks again for staying with us. We got your boy, Bud Butts. Here in the meeting, we're going to have a little reaction to the NFL action that occurred, and we're going to talk about a couple of the top 5 stories that we promoted at the beginning of the show. Thanks for joining, Bud. I appreciate you as always, sir. How you feeling today?
Thanks for having me. I'm feeling wonderful. It's Monday morning.
Well, then that's the way we like it. So, no doubt. So here's what we're looking at. All right. We got 5 top stories. I'm going to go over a couple of them with you real quick and then allow the fellas to chime in on the rest. So we got the Miami Dolphins and the Ravens. That was my game of the week pick. So, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm only 1-0. They hella raw. But let's talk about Tua, those weapons. And we can't ignore the fact that the Ravens defense ain't looking that good so far this year, which seems to be a theme around the league. A lot of defenses seem to be behind right now, giving up monumental and just blowing leads and shit. So tell me, what's your reaction from that Miami Dolphins Baltimore Ravens game there, bud?
Speed kills. You see what speed can do for your quarterback. It can open up so many different things. The way, like, Jalen Waddle, you could give him a quick little slant, and he could take that slant and turn it into 40 yards like he did, like it ain't nothing. Tyreek Hill, I don't know how they left him one-on-one streaking down the field. That's beyond me. But the way that they built, and it's like a track meet. Like they are never out of it. They can come strike at any moment. You know what I'm saying? And the big play capability is crazy. You see Tua with 6 touchdowns, and like that was crazy.
That was beautiful, man. It's a good story for him. I actually seen Brother Love made a post today about apologizing, some kind of letter apologizing to Tua, and then pick your reason. I think a lot of us thought that, and then you had those stories coming out in the offseason that he couldn't get the ball to Tyreek Hill, but I seen him throw 2 deep bombs to Tyreek Hill yesterday. So he kind of debunked that whole conversation. So
right.
I know we need consistency. I know we need to see it again. But did Tua show enough in yesterday's performance to at least get people to back the fuck up off of him for a hot minute? What you think?
A hot minute, but not long. All it's gonna take is one. Like he gotta keep building on that performance. He can't let that performance be like, okay, I did it now. Like that's just once. It was cool, and some of them like might been in prevent time. Like they had a big lead, so they might have been a little lax and let down. He has to come out and have another solid performance next week and continue building upon this success. You got to give these young dudes time to grow, and I think because he was in the same draft class with Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, everybody want him to grow at the same rate as they did, or whatever, to be like that, or they will always be compared to him. So he gotta, just move, be comfortable with who he is, and move at his pace. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people develop, take a little bit longer than others. But
no doubt. I'm feeling that. And I tend to believe that he's gonna be okay. I think whenever you got a young, hot quarterback, and I hear Colin Cowherd say this a lot, so, and I kind of agree with Cowherd on this. Whenever you got a young, hot quarterback that you spend a high draft pick on, with the exception of Sean McDermott in Buffalo, that quarterback needs an offensive-minded head coach. He don't need a conservative, old school. He need an offensive innovator. Somebody that can come up with creative ways to get the balls into the playmakers' hands. And I think with the new coach that the Dolphins got, coming from Shanahan, ultimately coming from the Bill Walsh culture tree, you're looking for mismatches, you're moving players around. And when you got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, basically the two fastest dudes in the league, right?
Yeah.
And I think Jalen Waddle's route running is underrated. I think he runs great routes, as well as Tyreek Hill, because they seem to be getting open a lot. I think the Dolphins got a bright future, and I just want to send a shout out to Brother Brad, let him know it looks like his pain and misery may be subsiding. Now, let's move on to this next story. I know this one is close to you, so I got to let you speak your piece on this one as well. We all know, those of us who follow the show, that you prefer Justin Fields over Trey Lance. So what's your impressions? Because we're going to kill two birds with one stone with this one. We're going to talk about the return of Jimmy G and the unfortunate injury of Trey Lance. I know you got some conspiracy theories concerning this whole event. So talk to us, bud.
Hey, man, Trey Lance wasn't ready. This is my conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the real deal tape. But the conspiracy theory is he wasn't ready. He took a little dive, because if you notice, the play was kind of like suspect on how he got hurt. You didn't really see nothing too crazy. And you know what I'm saying? They let him try it the first week. He wasn't ready week one. All right, we ain't gonna mess around. We got a Super Bowl team. Let's get him up out of there. But we can't say we made the wrong pick. But in reality, though, it was a bad break, literally. Hopefully, he can, rehab, get back. And year 3 is definitely Trey Lance year. You have to give him a chance. Jimmy G, he will be a free agent next year. If they can't franchise him, he's pretty much won't be back. And the way to go along with the conspiracy theory, the way they constructed his contract and everything leads them to believe that they had visions of him getting in, because it was like, if he played more than 25% of a game, he get $100,000. Well, he get a $250,000 bonus and $100,000 if they win. So he got $350K yesterday for coming in, playing 3 quarters, and winning the game. Bonus on top of the other thing. They said he can make another 5.6 instead of it. So basically, they just needed to restructure his contract, and that was the way they could find a way to do it. Kind of creative, and then hopefully move forward after his last year, which will be this year, with Trey Lance going forward, and they had him in the system for 2 years. One is going to be a rehab now, but we're going to see what he do in year 3.
Okay, Playboy. Well, I'm glad you came on to speak your piece. I'll see you again for Friday's show if you got time.
Sure.
So thanks again, Bud Butts, for tapping in. You have a good day. Enjoy your day on the stick with your sticks. Smoke you one and play on one. You heard me?
Right now, you know what I'm saying? Pardon me. Yeah, I'm on a little break, but I got to do what I do, fit in my schedule. You feel me?
All right. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you coming on the show as always. Take good care. We talk to you later.
All right, no, one love. Peace.
One. Okay, y'all. Thank you for staying tapped in. We got our family, PUDLYFE, talk your shit, Pud. He didn't slid through the spot, so we're going to chop it up with him real quick. And we're going to cover that fight down there between the Bucks and the Saints. And then the one that's really getting under my skin, and y'all already know, the monumental collapse by those Cleveland Browns. We're going to talk about it. All right, what's happening with you, Pud, man? Thanks for coming through. We certainly appreciate you. How you feeling?
Oh, one love. I'm feeling blessed, feeling lovely.
Good. So let's talk about the little scrap-a-doo down between the Saints and the Falcons. Would look like, now, I talked to Bud Butts about it earlier, and he said that
right.
Lattimore and Evans got previous tensions, right? But what I saw was somebody was chirping at Brady. You know, Brady don't take that shit, so he chirps back. And then Fournette and Evans, kind of like the pit bulls in the yard, they step up to defend the GOAT, without question. What's your impressions of that whole little scuffle there they had there? Put.
Hey, that beef go back about 3-4 years with them, Evans and Lattimore. And Mike Evans say it's on site as long as we in the league.
He talking about in the streets?
On site, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, King of Diamond.
Hey, Mike Evans, he's 6'5", 230 though.
Oh, he's a big boy. He got a basketball organization here. You know, he went down there, what that was, Texas Tech.
Oh, so he giving back to the community too.
Oh, he gives a lot back.
Okay, so Mike Evans is a good dude then.
He's a good dude.
Okay.
He's a good dude. But Brady is just feeling like I said last week. Brady is feeling like he's 18. He better stay his ass out the way is what he better do.
Cause he gonna get broke up.
Or he better hope them pit bulls is coming. Cause Fournette is a pit bull. Yeah.
He been a dog.
I loved it yesterday. Get it in. It's football season, right?
That's what we want to see though, right? We want to see that exchange of that energy.
Yeah, I almost see that pretty prima donna stuff. Let's get it in.
Right. Let's get it in. Now, Lattimore wasn't going out like no fraud, but he got tossed to the turf real quick, swift and in a hurry by that boy Mike Evans, who came running from like 40 yards away.
Hey, well, one thing about now, here's what I'll say. It showed a little different character of Tampa Bay because, let's think about it, Brady has never beat New Orleans. Assholes was drawn up tight. They was nervous.
You said a speedster was all contorted. But you know that's how it be though. Put like, especially when you raw, but it's that one squad you can't really, for whatever reason, you just can't. You can't get past them, so
can't get over that hump.
Right. So I think they came in wanting to be a little more physical and a little more bullyish too.
Oh yeah, and you think about Tampa Bay, Brady doing it without. He ain't got Gronk what he used to, so somebody got to come to his rescue. But here's what I like about it. Before it was the Saints and the Falcons. Now this Tampa Bay New Orleans thing has become the rivalry of the South. Yeah, I love it.
They're not playing down there, is it?
No, wait till game 2. Oh.
Game 2 gonna be where in Tampa, right? Game was in New Orleans.
Game 2 is in the dome. It's in the booth.
Oh.
504.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
They throwing beads. They throwing everything. Hey, Park away. They doing it all, baby.
Hey, them New Orleans cats ain't no joke, man. Brady better be cool. He ain't gonna be able to go out and eat.
No.
All right, let's get to this next story. This next story, I know you're gonna take a lot of joy out of this, and I won't let you shine, baby. So, I ain't never got a drop of hate in me, regardless of how I may feel about shit personally, you understand me? But, so, Cleveland Browns, they trying to hold down the fort until Deshaun Watson come back after week 11, right?
Right.
Jacoby Brissett was looking pretty good yesterday.
Look damn good.
Now, coming into the season, they was talking about all this talent that the Cleveland Browns got in the secondary, okay? So, first question I want to ask you before we even get into the collapse is what we seeing in the secondary, is that talent or is that coaching, Pud?
That's coaching.
Talk to me.
That's coaching. Because for so many years, okay, we've heard the thing, same old Brown. But let's be honest now, the last 2-3 years, the Browns have had talent. The Browns ain't no pushovers, ain't no bitches, ain't no punks now. That right there is coaching to me. I don't care how much money you make, you're professional, and coaches are professionals too. Because at the end of the day, the big picture is just what you said. Let's hold down the fort. Let's get as many W's as we can before Deshaun Watson comes back. As long as you still on the field, as long as there's time on the clock, the game is never over. That young man, he probably got about 4 or 5 weeks before he see the field again with me. He went, but guess what? That's also coaching, because I'm in your ass till the clock reads 0.
You got to finish the game.
You got to finish the game. Don't take, what was it? 13, 14 points in what, like a minute, 31 seconds?
13 points, minute 55 seconds. No
See what I'm
time,
saying?
no
The game is not
timeouts.
over.
No timeouts.
When the
How
clock,
do you let that happen?
when the clock reads 0, you can stand there all day long in the locker room, in the shower, and do whatever. But as long as you're on that field, it's no different than a fighter in the boxing ring. What the referee tell you every time you touch glove?
Protect yourself at
It's
all
on.
times.
It's on. It's on.
It's on.
That should have never happened. I gotta go coaching because I'm in your ass with the clock reads 0.
So, okay then. So we're going to go with that. We're going to ride that train real quick. So coaching, defensive coordinator Joe Woods, they coming up Thursday night against the Steelers. How many more weeks you let Joe Woods clean this shit up, or do you make a change?
Just as the same amount as fucking Matt Canada, because I want that bastard out of Pittsburgh. Both of them can clean the lockers, cuz. Hey, I'm not saying, and what am I known for? Talking shit. I'm not saying shit till the clock reads 0 on Thursday, because this is not the same old Cleveland Browns.
It's not the same old Pittsburgh Steelers either.
No, but here's the thing, and I've been saying this for the last 3 years. The Cleveland Browns have the best running back tandem in the league. And before the OBJ thing, you had Landry and them guys. They had a solid receiving core. But if I'm going to go out on a limb, I'm going to say the Browns run for about 250 on the ground against the Steelers.
No TJ Watt.
No.
Percent was on the money yesterday, Pud. He was
Played,
running the offense.
He ran the offense. He did. Here's what he did. He did enough. He was told, don't go out there and lose the game. He did enough to win the game. He did his part. The offense did their part.
Yep. Now let me ask you this. Is this one of those things that could affect the Browns for the rest of the season?
I say yeah, but in a positive way. It'll never happen again, and everybody else is on fucking notice. Look at it. It ain't the same old Jets they played yesterday either. The Browns won the game up until the last minute, 55 seconds.
60-minute game, baby.
It's a 60-minute game. They dominated the whole game.
Okay. All right. I'm with you all the way. Let me ask you this then, before we close out. You know, we don't want to hold the people too long. They got things to do. So far through 2 weeks, what's your overall impression of the season? Because what I'm seeing so far, Pud, is a lot of defenses are collapsing at the end of the game. Because you saw the Ravens, they was up 35, 28-7 or something, and they gave up 6 touchdowns. So I'm kind of seeing around the league that defenses don't really seem to be ahead of the offenses like normal. What you seeing, brother?
I see the same thing, and it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to whose defense is going to play, like you say, 60 minutes. Because at the end of the day, one of the greatest sayings from a great person, Carlton Williams. Hey, man, defense win championships. Offense just fills the stands. Lamar Jackson, he fills the stands. That ain't your Ravens defense with Suggs, Ray Lewis, all these guys, Ed Reed, all these guys. It's not there. And right now in week 2, to me, a 0-2 team will be there in the playoffs. It's wide open still. Now, I'll tell you who has a defense that plays 60 minutes. And that's that damn Buffalo. They play 60 minutes. But I'm still saying, the AFC, I think, is wide open. AFC is wide open. My early prediction, I'm going to Steelers and the Browns will go into the playoffs out of the AFC North.
Okay.
I don't have the Browns being one and done either.
Okay.
NFC, TB, baby. It ain't Tampa Bay, it's Tom Brady. Yeah.
Rename the city, Playboy.
Yeah.
Well, I got Tom Brady in the NFC. I don't have the Rams going back. I do see the 49ers getting the Joda energy with the return of Jimmy G with the unfortunate injury of Trey Lance. So I can see the 49ers and Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship game. But right now in the AFC, I think it's open, but I think that Kansas City and Buffalo is still the class of the AFC. So we'll see how that turns out.
I got somebody challenging both of them.
Who you got, brother?
Them boys down there in South Beach, them boys down there in Miami are for real.
Yep. I can go with that. I can roll with that.
They are for real. That comeback wasn't a fluke. That was just Baltimore not playing 60 minutes. They didn't play 60 minutes. You got to look at the weapons Tua Tagovailoa got over there, and he ain't no slouch.
He ain't no slouch. And he answering the call.
Now,
silencing the critics.
How things go in this crazy world. Don't be surprised if you see Miami, Kansas City, AFC Championship game. Tyreek Hill pulls his dick out and pisses on the 50-yard line at Arrowhead. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, Pud, I want to thank you for sliding through, family. You know I love you like a plate, cousin. So, don't nobody else tell you. I'll tell you. I'll be seeing you again for Friday night show. Thanks again for sliding through. And you can go and put that ugly ass mask on.
That's when I'll talk again on Friday, because I ain't saying shit till Friday.
All right. Well, you don't need to say nothing with that fucking mask on anyway. So have a good day, family. You know I love you, baby. In a minute.
One time.
Peace.